Many of us wonder what heaven will be like after we die. Will we enter through pearly gates? Will there be mansions and streets paved with gold? Well, 16-year-old Ginelle Acheampong doesn't have to wonder because she says an angel took her there and she saw it all. She joins us via Skype to tell us all about her experience in heaven. Welcome, Ginelle. Hey, Ginelle, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Now, we only have a few minutes together, but I want to start the experience by talking about what happened before, because you're a pastor's kid, but you had a moment where a friend of yours invites you to a church and you commit your life to Christ. Tell us about that.
I guess it started off with me not really knowing what to do with my life after a while. And so my friend decided to invite me to his church, and he suggested that maybe it would be better if I gave my life to Christ. So I went to his church and it happened.
So you go to his church, you give your life to Christ, and then you have this spiritual experience. So let's jump to the heaven thing. You get to heaven. What is it that you first see that strikes you that's different from what you always thought heaven was like?
I think the way that it looks similar to Earth, but it's more advanced. Everything is much more detailed. It's just beautiful compared to Earth. Of course, like there are things like chairs, and I did see people, but I wasn't expecting to see the amount of people that I saw there.
Okay. So let me ask then, for you as a teenager, what was some of the things that struck you in terms of messages that you thought, man, when I get back, I need to tell everyone this so that they can experience what I've just done?
What I think is shocking was that they don't like fizzy drinks. And that kind of upset me a little bit because I was so used to drinking a lot of fizzy drinks. So when I came back and I told a couple of my friends that in heaven, you're not allowed to drink fizzy drinks, I was stopped from drinking fizzy drinks as well. And also when we were in heaven with the rest of the seers and we were taken on a tour, walking past the wall and hearing people go to hell, that was shocking.
And the hearing of people going to hell, what's the closest that you can liken it to in your earthly experience that you've heard or seen before?
There's nothing I can liken it to. It's painful just to hear someone screaming on their way to hell.
Wow. So now, what message were you given a specific message for the brothers and sisters who are Christians, or for young people like yourself, or was it just an experience for you to see and know what heaven was like?
I was given several messages. I think the most important one was about prayer and the way that people on earth pray, that when we are praying to God, there needs to be a real and specific reason why we're praying to him. Regardless of the situation, we need to give reverence to him rather than just praying and just focusing on yourself. At the same time, you need to worship God. And that message was shown to me through two different women praying about their children, and both prayed differently. And one of them, her prayer was, I would say, disrespectful because of the way she was praying. She was saying things like, if you're really God, then heal my child. And that prayer wasn't taken into account. It was put in the bin. But another woman, when she prayed that her child needed to be healed, that was answered because before she even asked for her child to be healed, she worshipped God, and then afterwards she thanked God for what he had done, believing that the child had been healed.
So prayer was a big thing for you in terms of what you saw in heaven and what you share. Now, for someone watching, a 16-year-old like yourself watching in Jamaica or in Ghana or even in Europe and you're laughing, what would you say to them? You've done this journey to heaven, you've written about it. What is it that you have to tell young people your age? What would you like to say to them right now?
It doesn't really matter your situation, your circumstances, what friends you have, your home. It's never really too late to give your life to Christ. And I learned that as well. That it's even better to live that way. And I found that when I did so, a lot of my problems just went away. Even though at first it does seem a little bit difficult, but it gets easier towards the end.
Once you commit your life to Jesus, you found personally it got easier.
Yeah.
And one final thing, Ginelle, what can we expect from you in the future? You plan to travel around and talk more about your experience and share from your book, or what can we look forward to from Ginelle?
I hope to continue writing books because I found that once I've written one book, maybe writing another book wouldn't be such a bad idea. But I also think that hopefully, by God's grace, I could go to heaven again and get more information and write another book and just continue to tell people about it, really, just to help them understand that there is a life after death.
Ginelle, joining us via Skype all the way from London. Thank you so much for talking to us, and all the best with the other books that are to come.
Thank you.